Let me see.
Click record too.
Yeah, I think I did that. Now, how do I find everybody? There we are. Okay. All right, everybody is joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome to From Heartache to Joy. We have a very, very special call here with Dr. Karen today, who's really going to take us deeper into her Tolpacan healing process and her program. And we're here to ask questions. She's going to be doing some sample healings and clearings and all that good stuff. So we have a jam-packed call here today. So as everybody joins, it takes a little bit longer with Zoom for everybody to get here, but you can raise hands, you can type in the chat. I'll be monitoring all of that here in the background as Karen takes us forward. So Karen,
Awesome. Thank
welcome.
you, Gretchen. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm just so grateful to have your help and support today. I know there's usually lots of questions that come up, but anytime I do a Zoom call in the chat and Q&A and things like that, so thank you. I want to acknowledge you for that. I also want to acknowledge and thank From Heartache to Joy for giving me this opportunity. One of the things I love the most is teaching healing. And today we're actually going to do some demos, but I'm actually first going to tell you a little bit about the healing method. So my mission is to support highly sensitive people, I call them sensitive souls, to harness their sensitivity as a superpower so they can heal themselves, so they can fulfill their mission, so they can create a whole life of joy. And what I'm really passionate about, though, is for all of us working together in that space and shining so we can pull the world out of darkness. Now, the good news is even though on many fronts, it looks like if you look at the news on Facebook and that kind of thing, that there's a lot of dark in the world, a lot of mistrust and lies and fake news and all this kind of stuff and people sharing things. And I want to give you some really great news today. Even though this seems to be coming out, we can get kind of a jaded view of life, of that, oh, it's so awful, there's all these lies, things like that. But actually, we are doing so much clearing work that we are so much ahead. So one of the things I love to do is to heal humanity and mass consciousness. It's one of my jobs. Now, not everybody has a big job like that, but it's just one of my jobs. And what I've been doing is tracking what I call the light score of mass consciousness over time. Now, I started doing this around the time of the last election. And I was just kind of playing around with just checking in what the light scores of the various presidential candidates were. And some of it was a little bit surprising, some of it not so surprising. But it was very interesting because I said to God, I would love to manifest what is for everyone's highest and greatest good. And so when Donald Trump first became president, I was a little bit taken aback because I was like, that wasn't what I was expecting. But at the same time, I realized very quickly it was for the highest and greatest good. Why? Not because he's a perfect person, not because he's even that conscious, but because it revealed, we call this transparency, it revealed our wounds, it revealed the parts that still need to heal. So because some things can't heal until you reveal it. And that's the wonderful thing about the Tolpacan healing method I'm going to demonstrate for you today. That's why we have a visual, so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing, is that we get to reveal what is really going on foundationally so we can heal it. So even though there's all this negative news going on, it's revealing a lot of truths, a lot of judgments, the things that we still hold that are, conflicts, relationship issues, resistance. And when we know that, then we know what we can heal and make the world a better place. Now, the cool part is the general light score of America, like as in mass consciousness in America back then, was in the 40s. Not so great. But right now, as of yesterday when I tested it, the mass consciousness light score had raised to an amazing 79. And I had to do a double take on that one. But I've been tracking it over several months. And the good news is when we hit 80 and stay at 80, now I'm talking about the subconscious minds of everyone on the planet, aliens and all, okay? Mostly humans, but aliens and all. Then what happens is there is like a spiritual law that we tap into, that when the light score is 80 or above, that certain so-called unwanted or bad things just aren't allowed to happen. Now, some of you who are star seeds, who have maybe even talked to extraterrestrials, the good guys, might be wondering, well, how come they don't rescue us? Well, you know what? This isn't about rescuing. This is about us taking responsibility for our own healing, our own development, our own consciousness to lead this world. And that's why some of us, myself included, have souls that have been in other realms, including, I was a Lemurian healer in one lifetime. I also have an angelic soul. I've kind of have a merged soul in this timeline. So we come here to volunteer to make the world a better place. So it's up to us who are embodied as humans to make that difference. And how you do that with your consciousness. But Topican healing is kind of a tool that can help you get to that place and increase your love score, your light score, your truth score, so you can see things more clearly, be in a space of peace and love and healing. So with that being said, I'm going to just briefly just share with you what we're going to do today. So Topican healing is a 3-step method to help you align with source. So that is God, universe, creator, the void, the stillness, whatever you want to put that name in, but it's the seat of all creation. So that's what it is. So we want to align to that space. And then in Topican healing, the next step is asking quality questions. Really, my claim to fame is not my power in healing, because of many of my students are very powerful healers already. What my claim to fame is really knowing how to ask the right questions and teaching people how to ask the right questions of God, of Creator. And then the third step in Topican healing is activating, and that's activating specific healing frequencies. And now with the ascension process, we have so many more powerful frequencies available to us. Like 3 decades ago, it would take like 3 days to like get rid of one ghost, and now it takes 3 seconds. I mean, and I don't get rid of it in a nice way. I'm talking about healing that ghost. I'm not talking about getting rid of it, but healing the ghost. And back then, actually, you did get rid of it, and they would go somewhere else because they didn't know what to do with it. And they could sage all they wanted, but it just wasn't going to be the same as what we're doing right now with all the light that we have at our disposal. So when you align and you ask the right questions, you get clarity on what's going on with your life, why you're having the symptoms that you're having. When you're able to ask good questions and then activate those energies, you develop a competence on doing healing work for yourself. And when you have these wonderful energies that you activate and you stay aligned with source, then you have what we call coherence. So your energy is in that alignment with source, even when you're not doing healing work. And that is the ultimate, because at the end of the day, Topican healing method is just a method. It is a way or a tool in which to get closer and closer to the creator and be able to be the creator ourselves to manifest the life of our dreams. And there are many wonderful tools. So it is like the tool. And what I love about it is being able to answer very specific questions. So I'm going to show you my 3 healing guides. So this is guide 1. This is a matrix that we use to help kind of figure out what is going on with whatever symptom you're having. And we use divine muscle testing. And I use my fingers to do muscle testing. And this is something we teach in the Topican Level 1 training program. And then guide 2 are positive blueprints that you can download and activate. And we did that last week, where we downloaded the 58 resiliency codes. Now, guide 3 is more of a conversation with God or source, like, okay, what else do you want me to know? And so these can, go from, what kind of soul type you have, what's your mission, who's your higher self, is there something you need to pay attention to, what's happening in ascension, things like that. And so I'll just put guide 1 here first for now. So guide 1 helps us with pulling negative energies. Guide 2 helps with downloading positive energies. And guide 3 is more like a conversation. So that's how that works. So what we'd like to know is if anyone is suffering right now from any symptoms that you want to get to the foundational reasons for. And just so you know, when we do the mini healings and readings, we're taking a snippet and a reading for what you can heal today and right now. And if it's like 7 things, we may have to limit it, just because of time and trying to get everybody a chance to do that. So we're looking for anyone with any issue at all right now. So we're talking about if it's 8 out of 10 in intensity or more, we'd love to hear from you. So whether it be finances, relationships, pain, autoimmunity, chronic fatigue, liver problems, whatever it is, we would love to know. So maybe Gretchen, we can scan the chat for some of that, or actually, I think there's a Q&A too. And oh, I have some of my students here as well. Hey, Mark, you're awesome. Okay. All right, we're actually going to start with Mark here. So Mark has been doing many, many layers of his own self-healing and had great results. We're going to check in to see what's going on with him. Sorry, I know I'm blocking the screen right now because I'm reading. So numbness in the right hand, on the right side, and the pinky finger. This has been going on and off for almost 2 years. Done a lot of self-healing, other high-level healers. Thanks for your support with this issue. Okay, great. All right, now I don't know what happens when I click answer live. Oh, well. So I don't know that one, but we'll go ahead and do it. So let's take a look. One of the quality questions I like to ask is how many? So before we get to the asking, we want to do the align. So we're all going to align together, and we're going to use my method called Stowing, stillness through observing internal movement. So to get into that, I have a little quick way for beginners to get into it. What I have you do is just kind of rub your hands, get energy flowing in your body, or you can shake them, jump up and down. You can dance a little if you want, as long as it's safe to do that. And then you relax, close your eyes. You normally don't have to close your eyes, but at the beginning, it's good to do that and feel inside your body. So step 1 is feel. Feel the flow inside your body. Feel the energy, whether it be in your hands, your arms, your heart, wherever it is. Just scan different parts of your body and then follow it. Follow the flow of energy. So I'm going to do a little quick check-in here. So continue that. You can open your eyes and see if you can still feel it with your eyes open. That's a little bit more advanced. I'm going to check in. And what percentage of the people right now are in the, or connected to that stillness? 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 72%. Good, good, okay. Right, and if you're like, I don't feel anything, we'll try it again, just do this, close your eyes, and just continue doing that multiple times. After a while, when you get a habit of it, like right now I'm talking to you, but I can tune in and notice the flow of energy in my body. And here's the thing, here's a hint. This actually brings you to the present moment. And your mind is so busy focusing on where the energy is in your body that it stops its chatter. And that's how we get into that stillness place, that void. Okay, let's check in. What percentage now is in connected to stillness or aligned with source? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, good. Much better. Awesome. Yeah. So you can continue doing that, and it puts a nice little healing bubble around all of us all at the same time. So even if we don't get to your question today, hope we do, that alone in this space, when we're doing it together, will start to automatically heal you. Cooler goal. All right. So let's check in with Mark. So we've done our line. Let's do our ask question. All right, so we want to know, so how many things are left to heal that we can deal with today that's related to Mark's symptoms? Okay, one thing. Now, one of the questions I like to ask, because Mark is a healer, sometimes us healers have specific jobs and things to figure out more than non-healers. So I'm just going to ask, is Mark allowed to completely resolve the symptom? I'm getting a yes. Yeah, he is. So I'm just doing a little muscle testing. It's like a little rub test on my finger. I'm just not going to hold it up here because I might get a little tired doing this. So I'm just doing it below the ability for you to see in the camera. All right, so Mark is allowed to heal it, the symptom. So is Mark allowed to release the symptom today? I'm getting a yes. Okay, so what is it do we need to know about it? Is it in guide 1? Okay, I'm getting a no for guide 1. So we're going to go to a different guide. Is it in guide 2? I'm getting a yes. All right, so I'm going to move this box somewhere else, hopefully. Okay, there we go. So column A, column B, column C. Okay, B. Is it an even number row or an odd row? Odd row. Is it row 1, row 3, row 3 on the left or the right side? Right side. So is it the positive morphic field or blueprint of self-discipline? No. Self-responsibility? No. Self-reliance? Yes. Now this one has been evolving so quickly. So, oops, meant to just do the one here. This self-reliance has been evolving so quickly that there's multiple new versions of it that are wanting to download to people. And this happened like way past a year ago, and I couldn't really understand it. But now with COVID-19 and the pandemic, self-reliance, oh my gosh, I was like, oh, I get it. Okay, so is there a new version of self-reliance that you do not already have fully downloaded and activated, Mark? Okay, I'm getting a yes on that. So how downloaded and activated is it already in you? 50, 60, 70, 72%. So I'm guessing, Mark, your symptoms probably come and go, come and go. Now, sometimes we have neurological patterns, and we'll just see whether or not you have that. So let's go ahead and download this, and anyone that wants this one can also just make the intention to do it. And if you're in stillness, it'll automatically happen unless you decide, no, you don't want it. Here we go. So we're going to do the third step, activate. And that's when we do a Topican healing directive to activate and focus those energies to our target. Okay, so it's now commanded that the self-reliance positive morphic field be downloaded and activated in you, Mark, in the highest and best by all directions of time with ease and grace. Thank you. Okay, let's check. Okay, so is it fully downloaded and activated now? Yes. Okay, so is there a reason why you get recurrent symptoms in the same spot when different things are healing or you have positive morphic fields that need to download? I'm getting a yes. Okay, is that because it's a habit, like a neurological habit? No. Is it like a message to you? Oh, it's a message. Okay, so it's a message. Okay. Over the last 5 times that you've had the symptom, have they all been messages? No. Okay, how many times have there been some sort of message to you? Twice. So is it the last 2 times? I'm getting a yes. So today and the time before was a message. Okay, so it's like a hint. Now, Mark, you could probably, this will be, you could, maybe post this in our level 1 Facebook group, but maybe you might want to choose a different hint or ask your angels to give you a different hint other than this particular symptom. Can't promise you it's always going to be that easy to do. I think I'm learning it myself. But anyway, if you could unmute yourself just for a moment and just share with us how that feels, that would be great. Or Gretchen can unmute you.
All right, you're unmuted, Mark.
Oh, great. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Karen. Yeah, so especially that right hand issue had been better than the last 2 days. It gotten kind of intense again. Yeah, it feels a little looser because sometimes in that area it gets kind of tight too, like the sensation like I have a latex glove inside my hand. But yeah, it's definitely looser. It's loosening up.
Okay, great. Now for you, just because you're already advanced and know how to do the Topican healing method, I would say check into the anatomy parts in that area and reboot and reset all of those.
Okay, yeah, we'll
So,
do.
the muscles, the nerves, the fascia, the lymph, the blood flow, the chi flow, that's a good one, the chi flow, minerals, hydration, some of the other things, those are kind of common things when it comes to physical musculoskeletal stuff that you can check. So we'll have you do that and then share with us in our private Facebook group how you do. Thank you
Great.
so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, great. Let's take a look here. So, okay, so let's take a look. So Gretchen, do we have, maybe I'll have you read off some of the chat questions?
Yeah,
Or whichever
I'm
one you
seeing a
feel is.
lot of people posting about financial stuckness. So do you want individual people or?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
individual people.
Let me see. At least I saw it. Okay. There's a lot here now. Financial receiving from Nina.
Nina.
Mhm.
Okay, great. All right, so Nina, let's take a look here. Okay, so we'll go into a line again. Okay, I'm already there, great. And we'll ask the question. So how many things are causing contributing to lack of financial abundance for Nina? Okay, I'm getting 7. Okay. Are there any that pertain to Nina that also pertain to everyone that's on the call? Yes. Okay. Okay. Everyone is on the call with financial issues, or everyone on the call? Everyone on the call. Okay. So how many is that? Okay, 1. Okay, how about everyone who has financial issues on the call? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, let's do those 3. Okay, so are any in guide 1? Yes. Okay, so for those of you that said, oh, I have financial issues, what I want you to do is tune into your body. Okay, and as we do the Topican Healing Directive, feel into that body and then let us know in the chat how that feels afterwards. And then we'll unmute Nina after that, after we do the 3 things. Okay, so what's the first thing? Is it in guide 1? Yes, column A, B, B, even or odd row, odd, 1, 3, 3. Okay, is it an emotional habit? No. Addiction? Okay, I'm getting a yes. So this is what everyone with financial issues on the call today has that we can remove. Okay, so let's check. What kind of emotional addiction? Now this is subconscious, so this is not something you're necessarily aware of. Addiction to feel something? Nope. Okay, if to not feel something? Nope. To be something? Yes. Okay, so you have an emotional addiction to be something. Okay, so now we can kind of, put some words in there and do testing some of the common things. The emotional addiction to be, well, let's say the opposite, to be poor, a victim. I guessed it. Okay, so there's an emotional addiction to be a victim. Okay, yeah. And don't worry about that. It happens all the time, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so do we need to know more? Okay, I'm getting a no. All right. So how many people on the call today actually have this particular addiction? More than 10, 9, about 9 people. Okay, do we need to know more? Okay, good. Just double checking. We're going to go ahead and do the directive. Go ahead and tune in to your body and give us some feedback after we finish. It's now commanded that this emotional addiction to be a victim be dissolved and uncreated from you in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all timelines where you exist. Thank you. Okay, so let's do the second thing. Is it in guide 1? Yes. Okay, this is common to everyone with prosperity issues. All right, is it column A, B, C? C this time, even or odd, odd, 1, 3, 3. Anti-positive morphic fields or emotional baggage? Okay, emotional baggage. Any particular one? Yes. Do we need to know what it is? Okay, we don't. Now we could go flip to the emotion code, which is not my methodology. It's Dr. Bradley Nelson's methodology, the emotion code, to figure out what it is. Is it just one emotion? Yeah. Okay. Well, just for fun, let's figure out what it is. We don't need to know, but let's figure it out. Column A or B, B, even or odd, odd, 1, 3, 3, confusion, defensiveness. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of defensiveness going on, I myself included. I've been in this space over the last 2 months, defensiveness, but luckily for me, I can feel it as it comes on and then I can, release it. So how many people have this trapped emotion anywhere in their body of defensiveness? Who's on the call today? More than 10, 20, 30, 21, 2, 3, 23. Okay. All right, let's dissolve it. Do we need to know more? Nope. Go ahead again, tune in to your body, and we're going to do the directive, the activate part of the Topican healing step. Step 3. It's now commanded that the trapped emotion of defensiveness be dissolved and uncreated from you in the highest and best way. The whole is filled with love and light in all timelines where you exist. Thank you. Okay, so let's check. Nina, do you still have defensiveness? No. Okay, great. And what's the third thing that we can heal for everyone? Is it in guide 1? Yes. Okay, column A, B, B, even, odd, odd, 1, 3. Oh, emotional again. Is it an emotional habit? Another addiction, conflict, shock, emotional debris. Okay, I'm getting emotional debris. So after you clear an emotion, sometimes there's like dirt left over, so to speak. Same thing with mental debris or physical debris, and physical debris you can actually see. So from every healing process, it's possible to have debris, which can cause symptoms until you remove it efficiently. Now, hopefully your bodies will remove it on its own, but we can remove it much faster. So do we need to know more? Nope. How many people on the call would benefit from emotional debris clearing? More than 10, 20, 30, 40, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So again, tune into your body. It's now commanded that this emotional debris be cleared, dissolved, uncreated in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease and grace, and all timelines where you exist. Thank you. Okay, so we'll let that settle in. All right, awesome. Do you still have this particular emotional debris, Nina? No. Okay, so Gretchen, we can unmute her to see what her reaction is, and then we'll go and check in with the chat and just see what other people's reaction is. Thank you, Gretchen.
All right, Nina, you are unmuted.
Hello?
Hi.
if you can hear me.
Yes.
I definitely knew that it was something emotional.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it's because something happened many years ago, and I know that I've worked on myself a lot, and I just knew there was still something that was repelling it. I know that money is coming towards me, but I repel it. So it will be really interesting to see if I completely let it go.
Yeah, so we got to 3 out of the 7 things, but do you feel any shift in your body right now?
I usually feel it in my stomach. I still had a little bit of kind of around the navel area, just above the navel area. I sort of got a little bit of feelings there.
Okay, so we'll have you kind of pay attention to that space, and if that shifts or changes within the time frame that we're here together, you'll let us know?
I will, for sure.
Thank you. All right, we'll have Gretchen meet you again, and then let's take a look at the chat to see if folks had noticed anything in their bodies during this time. Let's see. Oh, somebody had a more relaxed. Okay, so is that Liz? Legs were more relaxed with the clearings. Awesome. Carrie says, I felt the same in my stomach. Nancy says, a little release in my chest. So thank you. You're welcome. Okay, anyone else with some feeling? Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to toggle between chat and the Q&A. Let's take a look here. Okay. All right, so Jocelyn says, my middle daughter suffers from sadness. She's 13 years old. I would love if you could please check on her. For myself, I would love to lose weight. However, it's very stubborn, staying on despite exercise and fasting. Okay. All right, so sadness. All right, so let's take a look for your daughter. Actually, it'd be nice to know her first name, Jocelyn. So maybe we can, Gretchen, can you unmute Jocelyn?
All right, you're unmuted.
Hey, Jocelyn.
Yeah, I'm unmuted. Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. All right, what's your daughter's first name?
Her first name is Sophia.
Sophia, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's take a look. Let me just go ahead and just make sure this is for the highest good. Is it okay? And for the highest good, it's good for us to work on Sophia today? Yes, okay. So we would like to know about Sophia's sadness. Are we allowed to know more about that? I'm getting a yes. Okay. Is there anything in the guides that can help us with that? Yes. Okay, is there something outside of the guides? Okay, I'm getting a no. All right, so how many things are causing or contributing to this particular set of symptoms for Sophia? 1, 2, okay, 2 things, okay. Is anything guide 1? Yes, and any in guide 2? Guide 3? Okay, both are in guide 1. I'm getting a yes. So guide 1 tends to be things that we can pull or test. So let's check a look. Column A, B, or C. Okay, the first one's column B, even or odd row, 1, 3. Emotional habits, addictions, conflict, or shock. Okay, so this I got out of German New Medicine, which is from Dr. Hammer. He, many years ago, had discovered that, that when we go through a conflict or shock or even witness it, it sets up a resonance in our field, and it can cause physical issues later, and in this case, possibly emotion. So let's just check. How old was she when she had this? Was it in this timeline? Yes. Was she less than 10? Okay. Yeah, don't tell me.
Okay.
Was it less than 10? Yes. Okay, so we're saying about 8. So 7, 8, 9. So 8's the kind of middle. So 8's about 8 years old. And how resolved is this conflict or shock? 50, 40, 30, 1, 2, 32% resolved. Okay, so it's healing, but could be faster. We could help it out. So was this more of a conflict or more of a shock? Okay, so it was more of a conflict. So was she in the conflict or did she witness the conflict? Okay, I'm getting witnessing the conflict. Okay. Now, does that make any sense to you at all, like what that could be? And you don't have to share if it's private.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. All right. So do we need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and resolve it. So it's now commanded that this conflict shock be completely resolved and healed for Sophia in the highest and best way, all directions of time with ease and grace. Thank you. Okay. So how resolved is it now? Is it less than 100%? Okay, I'm getting a no. Okay, that's my quickie way of saying it's resolved.
Right.
Okay, so good. So what's the second thing? Is it in column A, B, or C? B again, even or odd? Odd row. 1, 3, 5. Okay, this is the spiritual row. So is it related to entity attachments, cords? Okay, an entity cord. Okay. Is it attached to Sophia or someone else around her? Okay, attached to her. In this timeline, I'm getting a yes. How many are there? 1. Okay, whereabouts? Like where on the energy body would it be? Like the head, neck. Okay, front of the neck or the back? Front of the neck. Okay, where would what structures, physical structures, would the cord affect potentially? Would it be thyroid, parathyroid, throat? Okay. Trachea? Nope. Any other structure? Nope. Okay, so as in esophagus. Okay, so esophagus. All right. When did she get this entity cord? Was it less than 10, 10, 11, 12? So pretty recent, actually. So 12-ish. Okay. And how happy were her boundaries, her spiritual boundaries at that time? 50, 40, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 43. Does she have any boundaries now that are not happy? Yes. How many? 2. Okay, which ones? Physical, mental, emotional. Emotional, spiritual, energetic, dimensional. Okay. So is your spiritual boundaries 100% at this time? Yes. Okay, but we still got to pull the cord out. Yes. Okay. Was her spiritual boundaries 100% prior to us getting on the call together? No. So how did it heal on its own? Was it because you, Mom, went into stillness? Yes. Cool.
Wow.
Nice. See the importance of this? It's amazing. People just have to be around you and they start healing. Okay, I'm excited. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this cord. So it's now commanded this entity cord be pulled, canceled, dissolved, and uncreated with love in the highest and best way, the end sealed with love, with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you. Let me know when it's done. Yeah, there we go. So does she still have an entity cord attached to this area? I'm getting a no. Is there a hole left over? I'm getting a no. Is the entity that actually first put it there still still around, unhealed, or is it healed? Healed. Okay, completely, 100%? Yes. Okay. So okay, so our boundaries were weak at the time, and now it's good in this moment. So this is really good. So do we need to know more before we reboot the boundaries? No. So we're going to do a boundary reboot for Sophia, but anybody else can also receive as well. Now, if it doesn't go to 100% for you, it could mean, not you as a mom, but everybody, whoever I'm talking to, if it doesn't go 100% for you, it could be because you need to know something else or something else needs to heal first before that boundary will seal. But we're going to go ahead and do the Topican Healing Directive for healing boundaries. Here we go. And everybody go into stillness, tune into your body. So it's now commanded that all your boundaries, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, dimensional, energetic, relational, be restored to 100% sovereignty in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all timelines where you exist. Thank you. Okay, so we'll let that settle in. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. Sophia's weakest boundary now, less than 100% happy? No, so it's 100% in this timeline? I'm getting a yes. Okay, great. So would love to hear back from you in a day or two how things are going.
I will
You know,
definitely
with
give you
her.
feedback.
So if you could
Thank you.
tag me on the From Heartache to Joy group, that would be great. Thank you for your question. And yeah, we have had such, Jocelyn, we have had such really, really great results with children. And a lot of times, no, Kathy is one of our Topican Healing grads. She's going to be graduating this week in Topican level 1, level 2 training. She's a certified practitioner. And she's done stuff for her grandchildren and just amazing, amazing results. And that was before she even took the level 2. So it's really, really cool. So I'm excited to see, you know, how she does. Okay, I'm going to go to the chat now. Let's take a look. Yeah, Jocelyn, I'd love to have you come in on the training. That's awesome. Okay, I'm just going to scroll here. I'm just going to do a quick check-in. Okay, Liz says, feels like symptoms are shifting. Now feel a bit feverish. Yeah, sometimes people will feel heat or they'll yawn or they'll get a little bit sleepy during the healing process. So just know that that is completely okay. Hi, Ariam. I can't say your name. Ariam. Yes, I just joined my group, Light Warrior Network, recently. Feeling tingling whole body after that. Awesome. Rowan says someone like turned up the gravity. That could happen. Okay, lots of buzzing in my head, feel heavier after that somehow. Yeah, and that could be more grounded as well. This says feel legs moving forward, relax. Okay, yes, we got to there. Let's see. Okay, so Mary Jo says my grandson, whom I have permission from my daughter to request healing for. Brody, age 3, has what we call pans. One of the behaviors is so odd, he will not leave his clothes on, strips down at home at my house as soon as he arrives down to his underwear. Well, that's very interesting. Okay, well, maybe it's a problem, maybe it's not. Let's take a look. All right, so everyone, again, go into that alignment. So we can, and that makes my muscle testing more accurate when I go into that alignment piece. Okay, so let's take a look. How many reasons are there for this particular behavior? 1, okay. I'm going to check a different thing. It's called the divine path score. That means that if it's high, it means it's supposed to happen for the highest good. If it's low, that means it's not supposed to happen, not for the highest good. So let's check. For him doing this behavior, what's the divine path score for him doing this behavior? 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 99. Okay, so there's something he is doing that is good for some reason. So are we allowed to know what that is? Yes. Okay, is it in guide 1? Yes. Guide 2, guide 3, guide 1. Okay. Column A, B, C. We got to column C today. Even or odd row, 1, 3, 3. Okay. Is it emotional baggage? No. Is it an anti-positive morphic field? Yes. Okay. So if you can imagine, joy, for example, is a positive, morphic field. We'll delineate it like this, okay? Like it's positive, it goes up. Anti-joy would be a negative blueprint that goes down. And what happens when you have these two together is that it cancels out the joy. Okay, so let's check for him. Which one does he have? Anti-joy, peace, love. Anti-love. Okay, when did he get it? Before he was born, after? Before 1 year? Yes. Before 6 months? No. 6, 7, 8. I'm getting a yes on 8. So about between 8 and 9 months, I'm getting a yes. Was his shields down at the time? Yes. Okay, that's my fancy name of saying boundaries. So which boundary? Spiritual? Yes. So spiritual boundaries were how happy at the moment right before he got this in his field. 50, 40, 31. Yeah, 30% happy. Okay. Do we need to know more? No. So what we're going to do is going to pull that anti-love out of there, erase it. That's one of the things you can do with topic healing is erase, dissolve, and uncreate. Remember we talked last Thursday, we talked about 5G, we talked about viruses, we talked about infectious toxins, heavy metals, all those kinds of things that you can pull out of your field and make less harmful. So let's go ahead and do that. And anybody else who feels, actually, let me check. Does anybody else on the call have anti-love? No. Okay. You guys all don't have that one. But let's go ahead and pull it from him. So it's now commanded that the anti-love morphic field be pulled, canceled, neutralized from him in the highest and best way, and his boundaries rebooted to 100% healthy with ease and grace. Thank you. So let's check. Does he still have the anti-love morphic field? Okay, I'm getting a no. Okay, how many other reasons that we can't heal today or not allowed to heal today are causing and contributing to this particular behavior? Okay, I'm getting nothing. So it could be there's nothing, or it's not revealed yet, or, we're done. We're not really sure until we know what happens over the next day or two. So again, for you, if you could please give us some feedback on the From Heartache to Joy, group on how that helps. The other things we do in level 1, which we don't have time to teach or do today because it's part of the training, is that we teach people how to do a clearing of the home. The Light Warrior Boot Camp 2.0 is a separate program, which I launched here not that long ago. And the Light Warrior Boot Camp helps to clear negative energies from yourself, your space, your electronics, and your sleep realms. And what we do, or what we ask people to do, is to go ahead and clear their home, including underneath the surface of the earth. And that's one of the things that I figured out, that we have to clear underneath the surface of the earth and up in the sky, all the way up to outer space. Yeah, much more efficient when we do it that way, because I've found all sorts of things like 80 miles deep and how many miles up that were bothering people's homes. So that's one of the things we teach how to do that in there. So I would say for the grandchild, that's kind of like what we would want to do. We would want to make sure that negative energies or entities aren't able to penetrate into the home, and put that nice little shield in there for them. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. Okay, so so what we're going to do is concentrate on folks that actually have a symptom that we can actually measure. That would be really helpful. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way up here and I'm going to scroll back down. Okay, so Happy Sensei, can you recommend Topican for pain in my right lower limb? I'm a frontline physician trying not to miss work. I'm also a light worker as well. Well, bless you. Thank you for your service. All right, so can we unmute you, Happy Sensei? I just want to have a little bit more detail about the pain.
Okay, you're unmuted.
So if you could describe where the pain is and what it feels like, and just, take a minute or so, that'd be really great and helpful. Thank you.
Yes, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's a sharp pain that I started to have. It goes from my hip and shoots all the way down to my foot. And I can't seem to find out what the problem is. They've done 2 or 3 MRIs now, all negative. I don't have any other health problems.
And when did you notice this?
Well, it started in October of last year.
Okay.
And just progressively got worse. I thought, oh, maybe I'm just overworking. I also, I exercise 2 miles a day. I can't do that at all now. Since about, let's see, it started in October, so around December. Yeah, I started to not be able to complete my exercises. And I just don't understand because I try to clear my energy every day. I try to ground myself and so forth. And it's just, I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is perfect because a lot of times those of us in higher responsibility levels have to know more. and this is the benefit of this particular modality is that sometimes we get to very, very specifically know more. And because of your background in science and medicine, that some of the questions that you can ask be very specific. So we're going to demonstrate that a little bit today.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the things I love to do, so everyone, again, get into that alignment. If you need to do this, you can go ahead. If you need to close your eyes, you can as well, although you might want to see what I have on my chart as well. But let's take a look. What's your first name?
Vivian.
Vivian. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so let's take a look. All right. Okay, so for Vivian, how many things are causing and contributing to this constellation of symptoms? Okay, 4 things. Okay. What's the most important? Is it in guide 1, guide 2, guide 3, guide 1? Okay, guide 1. So is it in column A, B, or C, B, even or odd, odd, row 1, row 3, emotional? Okay, let's go to emotional habit, addiction, conflict shock, emotional debris. Okay, like I said before, sometimes it doesn't clear if you need to know that. So is this from your own healing? Yes. Healing yourself? Yes. This timeline? Yes. Other timelines? No. Okay, so you have residual emotional debris. Yes. Is it in a specific area of your body? No. Okay. Do we need to know more? Nope. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove this, and then we'll go on. So it's now commanded that all emotional debris of any type be removed, dissolved, none created from you in the highest and best way, all directions. Oh, I said all directions of time with ease and grace. Thank you. Sometimes I do it in a different order. So do you still have the emotional debris? I'm getting a no. All right. So is there a reason why the emotional debris did not clear earlier? Yes. Okay. Is it because you needed to know about it? Yes. Okay. We talked a little bit last week about the healing types. So let's check your responsibility levels in this timeline. Are you healing type 1, 2, 3? Yes. 4, no. So 3. So moderately high responsibility. So the 3s and 4s tend to need to know more, or they need to do more, or they need to be more. And I don't, need is a very loosely term, meaning that you have a choice, of course. But in terms of getting to where we want to be, sometimes we can have better choices. So let's take a look at the other things. Column A, is it in guide 1 or guide 2? Okay, guide 1. Column A, B, C, C, even odd, odd, 1, physical. Interesting. Hydration, mineral levels, yes. Okay, so I'm getting mineral levels. So how I do this is what we teach in level 1 is we check how happy or ideal your mineral levels are. So let's check that now in your body in this timeline. What is it? 50, 40, ooh, 40. Okay, so yeah, working too hard. Okay, so your mineral levels are 40% happy. Okay, so then let's check, are you able to fully absorb minerals? No. Assimilate them? No. Utilize them? No. Okay. Now, Topican level 1, we would just say, well, give us percentages for all those, but
Okay.
we'll just say, what's the lowest? What's the lowest of all those three? 50, 40, 30, 20, 22%. Okay. All right. So you're having trouble with absorbing, assimilating, and utilizing minerals. Yes. Okay. Any particular one? No. All minerals? Yes. Okay. How long has that been going for? For a year? Less than a year? Less than a year. More than 6 months? Yes. 7, 8, 9, 8. Okay. About 8 months or so has been going on. Is there a reason for that? Yes. How many reasons? How many reasons? Okay. I'm not getting anything. Is there a reason for the mineral levels not being happy? Yes. Okay. Still? Yes. Is it in the guides? Yes. Are we allowed to know what it is? Yes. Okay. Is it in guide 1, guide 2, guide 3, no, guide 1? Let's start with guide 1. Column A, B, C, C, even, odd, odd, 1, 3, 5. 5? Okay. All right. Let me double check. My muscle testing is feeling a little funky. So I'm going to go ahead and tune in again to the feeling inside my body. Show me a yes. Show me a no. Good. Okay, are we allowed to know the answer to this question with divine muscle testing? Yes. Is it true that Vivian's having problems with minerals? Yes. Okay, and how many reasons cause that? 1, is it in this box? Is this in this box? Okay, yeah, so it's not giving me what I need. Is there a reason why we're not getting divinely consistent answers right now? Yes. Is it because of leading energies? Yes. Okay. So leading energy, something we talk about in level 1, is when there is a frequency or an energy that we're connected to that messes up our muscle testing, and sometimes we have to know what that is first before we can muscle test accurately. But the funny thing is our angels and guides often give us good muscle testing for the leading energies. I know that sounds weird, but it's just my experience. Okay, so
Wow.
where are the energies coming from? Mass consciousness? Your subconscious? You? Okay, this comes from you. But not your subconscious. Yes. Do we need to know more? Okay, we'll try to release it and let's see what happens. It's now commanded that all leading energies of any type be dissolved and uncreated and fully healed for you, me, and everyone on the call in the highest and best way. Thank you. Let's check again. Is it true that you're having difficulty with minerals? Yes. Okay. And how many reasons are there? 1. Are we allowed to know what that is? Yes. Is it in guide 1? Yes. Which box is it in? Column A, B, C, C, even, odd, odd, 1, 3. Okay, now we get emotional. I'm going to double check. What's the divine truth score of this? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, good. Is it emotional baggage, anti-positive morphic fields, or something other than those two things that could be in this box? No. Okay, there it is again. Oh boy, this is a tough one. Leading.
Sorry.
That's okay. Hidden leading energies. Yeah, normally well, this is like 2% of the time we get this. So hidden leading energies now. Okay. Is it yours? No. Is it mine? No. Is it someone on the call? No. Is it mass consciousness? Okay, mass consciousness. Do we need to know more? No. It's now commanded that all hidden leading energies be dissolved and uncreated with love in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease and grace. Thank you. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so do we need to know the reason that your minerals aren't happy? Yes. Okay. Is it in guide 1? Yes. Column A, B, C, C, even, odd, odd, 1, 3, 5. We're back to here. Okay. What's the truth score of this? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay. Is it written physically on this sheet? Yes. Top half, bottom half, bottom half. Natal soul bag, soul exchange, soul mergers. Yes. Soul mergers. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, that would be the you that isn't you. Okay. Let's check. How many souls do you have right now if we count any soul mergers? 2. Okay. Were you born with 2? No. Born with 1? Yes. Okay. The soul merger, what's the light score of the soul that's merging with you? 50, 40, 1, 2, 42%. Okay. We don't want those. If there is going to be a soul merger where one soul merges with you to create a whole soul, usually it's you that's more experienced and more enlightened from another timeline or from when you're like older in this timeline. And then it helps you with your mission. In this case, it's kind of like somebody joyriding your body, going, wow, she's nice. You know? And it's not a ghost, not exactly the same thing. So
Right.
how merged is this soul?
Right.
50, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45. Yeah, no wonder it didn't want to be seen. Okay, so 45% merged. And is it for the highest and greatest good for it to merge with you? I'm getting a no. When did it begin merging with you? More than a year ago? No. Okay, so 12, 11, 10, 9, about 9 months ago began merging with you. And how happy were your spiritual boundaries then? 50, 40, 30, 1, 2. Oh dear. Okay, so we definitely, for some reason, there's another reason why your spiritual boundaries get low, because you work on it. So we may not have time to address that today, but this is very important. So we definitely want to do this piece. Is it safe and for your highest and greatest good to remove this extra soul? Getting a yes. Okay, good. Do we need to know more? No. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So go ahead and tune into your body. Okay, so you can give us some feedback afterwards. So it's now commanded.
All right.
It's now commanded that this soul that's trying to merge with you, that's a low light score, be healed, but gently removed in the highest and best way. It's now commanded that the positive soul filter be downloaded to you and everyone on the call for which is the highest and greatest good with ease and grace. Thank you. So let me check. Is the soul merger still merging with you? No. Okay. Do you have 2 souls? No. Do you have 1 soul? Yes. Is your spiritual boundaries less than 100% happy at this moment? No. Okay, good. All right. So I'm just checking in. What's the light score of the soul we just removed? 50, 60, 70, 72? Good. Better. Okay. So that other soul itself had entities, but let's take a look. So go ahead and stand up, walk around a little bit, and see if that feels any different. And
It
then give us
does
some
feel
feedback on how that
different.
feels. Okay, it feels a
It
little
does
different.
feel different. This is amazing. Oh, Dr. Karen, I am so grateful. This is like winning the lottery. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
I don't know what to say, but this is amazing. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and mute you right now. And I would say to you, Vivian, you're a light worker, you are in the, medical profession. It could very well be that you and I had to meet today, so you could understand how we do this technique. And maybe it's something that you want to pursue in your spare time. What I found is it's just so helpful. I've just having Now, not everyone needs to know medical knowledge, obviously, to do this. It's based on what you already know. But for those of us that do have medical knowledge, we can ask deeper questions. We can ask, how happy is the fascia? How happy is that nerve? How relaxed is, the pelvic floor? I mean, we can ask all sorts of anatomical questions and get answers through them. So this is how the guides are really helpful. And oops, there we go. Sorry. I was just going to show you the other guide here, guide 3. Oops, I think I got rid of it. But anyway, maybe we will need it. Maybe we won't need it. But, it has your soul mission in there, things like that. So Gretchen, if you could maybe share with us the link to the package, and I'll talk a little bit about it.
For sure. So the link is, and I will post this in the comments as well, so you have it. You need to make sure you type in www.ftjsummit.com/Karen20. Again, type in www.ftjsummit.com/Karen20. And I will also put it in the chat so you can grab it there as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Gretchen. So as I said before, so this is a healing modality. So the package is really about learning how to do what I do. Now, of course, I have got thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of practice of doing muscle testing this quickly. You don't have to do it this quickly in order to get really great answers for yourself. A lot of people start with the body sway method, but as you know, we get yes or no answers, and we use the charts as helpers. So we can download positive energy, we can release, dissolve, and create negative energy, and figure out your soul mission. That's one of the things we do in level 1. We figure out your soul mission, your different soul type, your healing type, how to do a home clearing like we talked about today. It's going to be part of the Light Warrior Bootcamp. And I almost I just remembered, the Light Warrior Bootcamp bonus, that's a value of $497, has those 4 classes. It has an extra bonus with, you know, a whole 4 mini series on all about entities. If you're interested in learning about that, that is going to be added to this program through the 31st or 30th, something like that. Anyway, by the end of the month. And then in June, you know, you won't be able to get that as a bonus. So right now you get 2 programs for the price of 1. I really, really wanted to incentivize you, for those of you that know that you have a high responsibility level, that you want to know what the answers are, you have that curiosity and that mindset, you're open and willing to learn muscle testing, you know, then we can, you know, train you on how to do that. We meet for the first year, we meet, the course takes about, you know, 2 to 3 months to learn, but we meet for the first year every month for a live class where we go kind of deep into a particular topic. And oftentimes it's based on what's going on and what's going on with the people in the group. That is actually $1 for the whole year. It's a subscription, after which that whole year is over. You can continue to subscribe or not subscribe. And so we meet live once a month. You have a new recorded training once a month. And then in the actual level 1 training program, that's 12 modules. And then if you are interested to become a certified practitioner, then you have to actually go and apply for an interview with me, because I only take about 10 people a year max, and I work with you for 6 months, you know, twice a month for 6 months. So it's fairly customized, let's just say, to your experience. And we are just about to graduate some more Topican level 2 healing practitioners this month. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, so yes, thank you, Gretchen, for posting that in the link in there. There is a single pay and then there's a 3 pay option as well. And to be part of the program, there's a Facebook group that is dedicated to level 1 training. So if you have any questions related to the training, you can just post it in there. So the training itself is recorded, and you go have a student portal and you work at your own pace. And then of course we have the monthly lives as well. So I was going to look for one person. Let me see if I can, Gretchen, I don't know if you could find her. Her name's Becky G.
I did not see her. I've been looking.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Lynn says, this is absolutely amazing. Raman says, I feel lighter too. I'm told that I'm open and they keep coming to me. Yeah, so it's, and that's the thing, is we want to make sure that your boundaries are really good. And let's pull all the stuff in the past that might not have been for your highest and greatest good. Tim says, hey Tim, I had soul issues for 10 or more years and tried to heal it without success using various healers and methods until I started Topican Healing Level 1, was finally able to heal and resolve it. Yay, awesome. Thank you for that testimonial. Okay, great. Okay, let me just see if there's any other feedback here from the folks. Oh, wow, we've got peeing and pooping in the pants, all sorts of stuff. Lynn says, can you tell me more about level 2? Yeah, just real briefly. So level 2, you have to take level 1 first. And then level 2, you get an interview with me. Our next classes start like in November. So I'll be interviewing in October. And so it's a 3-part program. It's 6 months long. The first part, the first phase is what we call modality magic. So we go deeper into Topican healing, and then we do basically teach you how to do speed healing using Topican healing method. And then the second part is called practitioner potential. It's a lot of personal growth and how to actually set up your practice, how to price things, how to bundle things, what your website, you know, how to optimize your website, how to connect. And then the third piece is marketing mastery, taught by my mentors who are experts at it, that have helped me a ton, and how to communicate, you know, to people in a way that they understand what you do, and how to attract your tribe, you know. So that's that piece, because I'm sick and tired of seeing wonderful, amazing healers not make money. Because it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many people that need help, but they're not connecting to the people that need them. You know what I mean? And so I felt that the marketing master piece was absolutely important in the level 2 training, because I want all my students to hit the ground running when they when they graduate. And also in level 2, we actually build a one-page website for you that attaches to my page so people can find you as a practitioner. And also we do like a little mini launch for you. So some people are a little shy on camera, but we do like a little video launch. We do like a little meme. We do a little email launch to congratulate you for, so people that get to know you. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. And then one of the things partway through the program, we actually make you an affiliate, meaning that some of the self-healing programs that including Light Warrior Bootcamp, Unlock Your Superpowers, Light Warrior Advanced Healing Program, Supercharge Your Healing Powers Online, some of the self-healing programs, you get to be an affiliate of that. So if you recommend my work, one of those programs to someone else and they purchase it, you get 40% commission for that. So it's another way for my practitioners to actually, make money in addition to doing one-on-one sessions. So, okay, great. I think that's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank Gretchen and everyone for being on the call today. I'm so excited to have this opportunity to share with you my screen, share with you how the Topican healing works practically, and if it resonates with you and you feel, hey, I'd love to work with Dr. Karen, love to work with all the people in this tribe, then yeah, so check out the link and hope to see you on the other side.
Thanks, Dr. Karen. Thanks, everybody, for joining. I hope you have a great day. And if you have questions, Dr. Karen's very open and present in our Facebook group. You can ask her questions about the program there, or you can email us at support@fromheartache-to-joy.com, and we can help you there too. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Dr. Karen.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.